Good evening, everyone. We'll call to order the Planning Commission meeting, November 3rd, 2025, 5:30. We'll call Ms. Dietrich.
Chairperson Tuggle, Vice Chairperson Howe, Commissioner Cornelius,
Here.
Commissioner Williams,
Here.
Commissioner Witt.
Here.
All right, due to us not having our chair or our vice chair present today at this meeting, we will need to appoint an interim chair. So we'll entertain a motion from the commission members.
I make a motion to appoint an interim chair.
And who would that be?
Oh, Brian Williams.
Second.
I have a motion by Commission Member Witt, second by Commission Member Cornelius, to appoint Brian Williams as the interim chair for tonight's meeting. Any discussion? Roll call, Ms. Dietrich.
Commissioner Cornelius,
Here.
Commissioner Witt,
Yes, here.
Commissioner Williams.
Yes.
I'm doing good tonight.
We'll assume the heres are yeses.
Yes, I said yes first.
I did not, so yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I know it's a little different, something we usually don't do. All right, so the next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes of October 6, 2025 meeting. I assume, commission members, you've had an opportunity to review those minutes. I'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Commission Member Witt and a second by Commission Member Cornelius. Do you have any discussion or corrections? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Dietrich.
Commissioner Cornelius,
Yes.
Commissioner Witt,
Yes.
Chairperson Williams.
Yes. Minutes are approved. The next item is communication and comments from the public. So if there's anyone at this time who'd like to come forward and address the commission, now is your opportunity. Also, we'll have an opportunity when we get to new business for the rezoning. I don't see anyone, so we'll move on. There is no old business, so we'll move to new business. Item A, the consideration of request to Sabrina Bradley to have the property located at 1313 McBride Road, tax map ID 169G-H-019, rezoned from R1 Residential District to R2 Residential Duplex District. Mr. Howell.
Yes, member of the Planning Commission, good evening. So this considered request is from an R1 to an R2 district for an existing structure to be used as a short-term vacation rental. There were some compatibility challenges that were noted during this review. There were concerns such as noise, parking, and litter, which are commonly associated with short-term vacation rentals. While these impacts can also occur with owner-occupied single-family dwellings, short-term rentals often introduce transient occupancy and increased turnover, which can alter neighborhood dynamics and lead to more frequent nuisance complaints. The property is surrounded by single-family residential homes. Introduction of an R2 zone district to this area disrupts the established residential character and may lead to land use conflicts between high-density residential and low-density residential activities, such as increased traffic, noise, and transient occupancy. Rezoning from a low-density residential to a high-density residential is spot zoning, which is generally discouraged unless clearly supported by a broader planning strategy or public benefit. Approving of an R2 family duplex district within a well-established R1 single-family residential district will set future precedent to request additional rezoning of other properties, creating a gradual shift away from the intended use of the Chatwood subdivision as a single-family residential subdivision. As the Planning Commission knows, we've had several of these rezones come before the Planning Commission body, and City Council did pass a Resolution 3517, which outlines the protection of R1 single-family districts when it does come to rezoning, which gives also outlines to this body, which are taken into account when rezonings like this come before this body.
Thank you, sir. Is the applicant here?
I am.
Yes, would you like to come up and address the commission? Planning Commission members? Yes, ma'am.
Y'all got me so nervous. I'm so unprepared for this. Look, but my situation is it's a small home. There's like a beauty salon that's like 3 or 4 doors down. I don't know what happened to the construction company, the roofing company that was down. And then there's like several duplexes. I'm not looking for anything large. We've made for its parking and all that. We also have something that's being built concrete where no more than 2 cars will be there. It'll be only for traveling nurses. So we're not talking about families coming, vacation families and that type thing. There's no dogs or anything allowed. It's just small. And the reason I wanted to do is because I couldn't sell. I bought the property, could not sell the property. So I am it's a situation for me where I'm paying a mortgage, you know, and I'm struggling financially. So I just want something small. The house is tiny. It won't be, you know, groups of family cars parking up there. 2 cars at the most. It'll be probably like 4 people there. You know, it's nothing like, I've had an Airbnb before in another area, and that house was like almost 4,000 square feet home. And there was a lot of, you know, cars in and out, but this right here is just small, tiny. Nothing big, nothing major. It's not going to disturb the neighborhood. I mean, because when I'm looking at, I mean, everybody's quiet. That's how I would, you know, keep it, you know. It's like that. But like I said, I couldn't sell it, so it's just there. And I'm looking for something small. A traveling nurse, a construction worker, or somebody like that. I'm not looking for large groups of families. There is a restriction of number of people that can be there. Other homes I've had, it was big enough where I would house like 12 people. This would never be that. The housing thing would be like maybe 4 people at most. Just like a typical family.
Thank you, ma'am. Commission members, do you have any questions?
The problem with rezoning things is once we rezone it, it's that way, and you may not own that property all the time. So I appreciate what you tell us, but that may not be the case the next owner, so.
Yeah, when it's rezoned, then it's rezoned. So, you know, if you then decided to sell it in a few months, they could come in and someone could tear it down and build a duplex there because now it's rezoned duplex, R2 residential duplex. And the council and the planning commission is trying to protect the integrity of subdivisions. And I know it may be 3 or 4 or 5 doors down because I'm looking at commercial versus the residential. But when you start putting rezoning a particular lot in surrounded by R1s, then it's kind of considered spot zoning, and it's kind of deteriorating from the subdivision concept. So,
Well,
I
my
think-
thing is I'm not trying to sell it. And if I do decide to move on, my daughter who has lupus, she is disabled, she will be living there. If it does not work, then my daughter would move in there.
I understand that, but still, it would be rezoned in perpetuity unless it came back by whoever bought it or whatever to rezone it back to R1. It would be R2, and it would be out of our control then what could be done on that piece of property. I know you're saying all these certain conditions you're going to put on it, but that doesn't mean the next person or the next person after your daughter or whoever would do the same. So that's the problem. We have to look out into the future, and I think Mr. Howells got to comment.
As the structure sits right now, I know the applicant mentioned traveling nurses. Any traveling nurse that we've had this brought up before, if it's 31 days or more, you don't have to have it rezoned to R2. A traveling nurse can stay there because it's not considered a short-term vacation rental.
Yeah, that's a consideration too.
Yeah,
if it
I
is
mean,
a
that's
long-
what I'm doing too, because I've already booked that for a monthly stay with, you know, I've already did that, but I just thought with the Airbnb, it would be more money made because I'm having to pay for lights, water, I'm having to do all that. So traveling nurses are fantastic, but it would be a monthly thing. And I don't think with the budget because the place is tiny, you know, and I did my budget and I don't, you know, the other would be more affordable.
I understand.
Yeah.
Understand, but it is a rezoning. It's a little more invasive when you start rezoning in the middle of a subdivision, so. Any other questions or comments, commission members? Anything else, ma'am?
No, that's all.
Okay. All right. Commission members, I will entertain a motion for this request for a rezone.
I make a motion to deny the request for rezoning.
Second.
We have a motion by Commission Member Witt and a second by Commission Member Cornelius to deny. Is there any additional discussion? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Dietrich.
Commissioner Cornelius,
Yes.
Commissioner Witt,
Yes,
Chairperson Williams.
Yes. So a vote yes was to actually approve the denial. I'm sorry. You can talk to Mr. Howell about next steps or other possibilities.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Commission members, any other items to discuss?
Nope.
Then I will adjourn this meeting. Thank you.
accessible